We got the first sugar baby melon. For some reason this year's are smaller than they were last year. I think it has to do with that fencing I had over, and the vines are draping down into it. But anyway, here's the first one, 5 pounds and 3.1 ounces. So there's, and also while I was picking this, I found one that I didn't know was in there. So there's a bonus. Okay, it's time for the moment of truth. This is our first watermelon of the year. This is a sugar baby, and this is only 5 pounds and 3 ounces. But in case anybody's wondering, I'll do more in the video about this. But if you want to know how to know whether the watermelon's ready to pick or not, there's a tendril that's normally on the end of this, one of those twisty things that ties onto things with some plants, and you wait until that's all the way dried up to the stem, and then you check the bottom of it, and it should be kind of orangish yellow like that. And this one was ready, so it surprised me. I didn't really think that these were going to be ready this quick, but let's take a look at it. You get to see it from the inside just like at the same time I do. Let's see how it looks. Toward the tablecloth. Well, not too bad, not perfect, but I'll bet it's tasty. The seeds are mature, so it's as good as it's going to get. So let's take a taste of it and see how it is. Get a spoon. Should I cut a slice, or Nancy, or?
No, just a spoon.
Okay. Let's try a slice from now. It's not fully, it's not fully maxed out, but this is kind of small. Last year I had an 11-pound one. So let's try it and see. Nice and juicy, as you can see. See the water, the juice in there? It's delicious. So there you go. That's the first look at our first watermelon. There's at least 8 more out there. There might be 9. And we'll do some more cutting open on those. And I'm also going to add something in this video to show you what a dried up tendril and a not dried up tendril looks like, so that we can kind of, if you've never grown watermelons before, so that you know when they're done. Those 2 girls right there would love to get into my garden and gobble down what's left of it. But that's why I have a fence around my garden, to keep them out. And booby traps and stuff like that. They get in there every once in a while for some reason. Actually, one of those is not a girl, it's a buck. The far one is a buck. It's got pronghorns. So, these are a regular occurrence around here. This guy behind me feeds them, and you can walk right through the yard with them there and they don't even flinch. So the watermelons are getting very close to being done, and if you saw in the other part of this video, they're not as big as they were last year, and here's one of the reasons why. If you look at that stem right there, how it's bent, that's because it was draped down over this grate that I put on here. I put these grates on here to prevent the deer from eating the melons, because they will get in here. So those will keep them from eating them, but they're also, they present their own problem because the vines grow up through the grate, and I try to keep on top of that, but we had a tornado this year and I'm still cleaning up the damage from that. So one of the things, the reason I came out here is I want to show you how to tell when a watermelon's done, if you've ever grown them before or never grown them before. So this little stem that you see here is called a tendril, and that's what wraps around and holds the fruit in place, like on other plants or a fence or wherever you have it. And when that tendril dries up all the way to the stem, that's a good sign that the watermelon's done.
And then there's one other thing you want to check, and that's turn the watermelon on its side and look at the bottom of it. And if it's yellowy orange, that's the other indicator. So let's take a look at that. So this one's getting really close, but also it has some kind of bug damage there. So we'll have to go and see what that is once we harvest this. It's good to put them up on rocks or something like that to keep the bugs off them, but like I said, I've been busy. So this one will be ready in a day or two, based on the tendril, which, as I showed you, is not all the way back yet. I'm going to turn it so that whatever that is doesn't do any more damage, or maybe crawl out of there. Now if you look at this one here, the tendril hasn't started to brown at all, so it's got a ways to go yet. And there's several more in here. I checked them all today, and none of them are ready yet, but I did pick one on the 16th, which was Father's Day, which was nice. And opened that up, and it wasn't perfect, but it tasted delicious, and I've never had a juicier watermelon. So anyway, that's an update on the watermelons. Now let's take a look at cantaloupes. And cantaloupes, this plant here I showed you before has 3 cantaloupes on it, and that I can see. There might be one hiding somewhere. And they're getting pretty big, so I'm going to have to put some slings. What I'll do is I have these slings they make out of old t-shirts, and just tie them so that the pressure from the weight of the cantaloupe doesn't make it release from the vine before it's ripe. So I'll be doing that tomorrow because these are getting too big. I should have done that already. And the other plant that I looked at, actually there's 2 plants in each one of these pots. There's a picture of a developing cantaloupe. Can't tell if that one got pollinated yet or not, but I'll know because if it did, it'll start getting bigger. And this one over here, there's 2 plants in both of these pots. This one had 1 on it last time I showed you guys, and they're not as big as the other one, but they'll get there. And there's 1, and then there's another one right there, and another one right there, and then there's another one on the other side trying to go over to my neighbor's yard. So these will also be tied up with slings. And so anyway, there's 7. Oh wait, there's another one. There's another little baby one right there. So on this plant, there's 5 cantaloupes, and that I can see. There's some vines along the ground and stuff. There's other stuff planted in here, like there's a parsley plant there. These are sweet potatoes. But yeah, there's a good chance there's another one here somewhere. But anyway, not bad. That's enough cantaloupes for me. 3 on that plant, 5 on this one. And so if we get all 8 of those, that'll be a good harvest for me. Last year, the deer came in and ate all my cantaloupes, so I didn't get any. But hopefully that doesn't happen this year. So that's about it for this video. I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on with the watermelons. We picked the first one, and the next ones will be done within a week or 2, I would say, most likely. So it's let's see, the 18th of June, and the spring plants, you know, they wind down this time of year here. That's what it is. That's how it works. So hope you enjoyed the video.
Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a like, share, subscribe. If you like watermelons, give it a like.